Okay, mic test. I think I'm live here. Let's see if I hear myself back in a second. There we go. Alright. Check something really fast. Alright. Good there. Good here. Okay. So I have ES and NASDAQ charts up here. Footprint. I've got my main head dashboard up here, which, well, on a day like today, when we're not seeing extreme ticks, typically doesn't really give us much in terms of signals, but it will give us a signal with extreme ticks. And then, as you can see, I am a little short this market. What is up, bearish bull? On sim, right? So we can discuss markets. I've done my trading today. So let me take a look at something here real quick. So what I've turned on with these charts is I've turned on order entry and exits, and showing orders. And here on the right side we've got the depth of market, which is not live even on the sim. And then we've got the MBO, right? And then the MBO lists the ten or greater lots, and position in queue is from left to right. So if you see, say, 20 here, the 20 lot is ahead of the 25 lot, right? So if we put this down to, say, filtering by 3 or something, we'd show a lot more, and we'd see more we'd see more about the position of these orders up here relative to smaller orders. But now we're only see here these move down a little bit, this will move down a bit. Anyway, we'd see more relative to the other size of orders, smaller orders where they were. But it's, again, this position queue is only comparing the lots that are visible. So you can see I'm short one contract here from 4,550. Little volume node here. There was some extreme selling here off this level, hence you see this extended orange line, which means that when the market came up here, they sold it very extremely. You can see all the negative deltas here where they just ripped it. And then there was an iceberg here, or a big lot, and then another iceberg here. So I'm just looking for an entry right above here with a really tight stop. So I'm just looking for 3 points, or maybe even 2. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how the market plays out here. We got a little volume build short term right in this area, right, with ice down here. So this, I would say, on a kind of neutral day, right, looking at this 5-minute chart here, bit of a choppy day, right, where we make a high and then come back, make a low. So I would say we're bouncing in this area here. So let's see. Do we get filled? Look, one tick away on the sim from filling. Those were stops. So you see, oh, I can't move it, drag it from there. So I gotta drag it up. Let's see. Uh-oh. Alright, that's okay. We'll move this down. There's a 50 lot there holding up the market right here. There you go. And so the trade is here. The stop was right up here. So let's put a risk reward calculator on it real quick. Ah, bearish bull, very good. On 0.7. Hello. So my stop was here. So we'll do the, oh, you know what? Make sure I have the right setting up here. Stop was here. Entry here. Exit here. So you see that my risk reward on the trade, the actual execution was 0.9. It happens. It happens. You know, one of the reasons I took it off is it almost extended down into this low volume area on the first pass here. And again, this is just a little short-term scalp. But as it came down and came into this low volume area, you had stops trigger from about where this blue line is here, all the way down, and then it tapered out to a completed auction. Hence why I wanted to look, I looked to get out as advantageously as possible. So I got out on a limit fill, but you don't always get out. Sometimes you get close to break even and you got to stop out. Because what tends to happen on a pullback like this, now I think we're going to break a little higher here. So I'm moving this order up a bit. So what tends to happen if you get a completed auction with a quick rejection here is price is now rejecting this consolidation. So I gave it a shot. And now we're above this area. I do want to get a little short here. Got a completed auction here. Incomplete up here. Oh, come on. Let's get rid of this risk reward tool. Oh, see if we can find it first. There we go. Come on. Gotta select you here. There you go. Missed it by a tick. And aggressive selling up there above the, so another incompleted auction up here. So I would, you know, you miss your fill by a tick. Oh well. Maybe I should have left my initial one in here right above the 20 SMA. Bearish bull, you asking how many contracts I trade is a little too personal. So I don't talk about that at all. So on 0.7, and you've asked me this before, bearish bull, and I shut you down before. So you got to have a better long-term memory potentially. Says on 0.7 asks, do you use gamma or gex level? Neither. There was some people that recently, I've had a slew of emails, long emails in my inbox. People asking, golly, would have been a nice entry up there if I could have got it, right? I would have got my 3 points, huh? 03s, what was that, 03.25? Man, would have been nice. Oh well, what are you going to do? Same players who sold this area are selling it above here. So, very nice. Chop, chop, chop. Some very long emails with lots of screenshots asking me how to build stuff in the Sierra chart like in other platforms. And I just want to tell people that I'm not your full-time Sierra chart support. Definitely go to the support board and ask all those really intimate, like you got a quick question about my videos, great. Don't shoot me an email or I'll, you know, that's a little too much. Ask underneath the video that you're talking about, because otherwise I have no idea what video you're referring to. But ask a question. Feel free to ask a question. But shooting me long emails with screenshots and paragraphs upon paragraphs of explanations for what you want, oh, you're not going to get a response from me. So I'm just letting you guys know. I don't get paid to do that. So go to Sierra Chart for that stuff. You're paying them, and they'll answer your questions about that stuff. And if they don't, well, then maybe you're overreaching. I don't know, but I hope I make myself a little more clear on that kind of thing. So anyway, are those icebergs? Yeah, there's icebergs here, here. Look at all these zero prints up here. What do you think? You think they hit stops here? So here's 30 seconds opening VWAP. You think we're going to retest the breakout? Or are we gone here? Look, let's look at the bigger picture. All right, false break up, trap the longs, pushing down. This is a support area. Okay, let's give it a shot. 2-point stop, 3-point profit taker. Why? Because look on the 5-minute, right? You see here we have opening VWAP here, and then we have this consolidative range here. And see how I missed it by like a tick or something? That's okay. We'll give it a little bit of room. You know, if you scale in a little bit here, you can probably put one profit taker up here at like 94.75 or something. So let's see what's happening. Are they absorbing this market? Short term, yes they are. A lot of interest to sell here. But that opening VWAP 30-second had a pretty strong reaction, just missed by a tick or so. There's a 20 lot sitting up there at 93.50. See that? This bar also has no wick, meaning they immediately sold this thing down for maximum psychological impact. Just selling it down. So we'll give it another shot. All right. Oh, incompleted auction at the bottom there. We'll give it another shot. All right. A little bit of extension here to the downside would be good, and then you can get long against a test. This will probably stop out against a test of this volume body here. All right, we'll just keep trying. We'll just keep trying. There they go. Now there's a little interest down here. Da, da, da. Thanks, Jay. He says he likes how my charts have evolved. They're iterations of the same thing, really. I just changed the look of them. I get tired of how stuff looks after a while. A little bit of volume in here, let's see. Do or die. Do or die for the bulls. Actually like a little scale out here. There you go. And up here. Yeah. Such a tight stop on a sim account. Let's see, is the sim account even up? No, it's down 1.98 points here. Pretty good size volume build here, both on the E-mini and the NASDAQ. A little bit of liquidity sitting down here. wanted it. See the 17 lot right there? Took it. 10 lot, they're gonna take it. Watch. Bink. Am I getting out some? I think. It's about 1R here. Do I take off? Do I take off for break even? Nah. Yeah, there's a 52 lot sitting up here at 90.50. If they want it, they're gonna go smash that. That's scrumptious, especially if you're short from up here higher. The yellow boxes were funky. I used yellow for over a year on my stop levels, so it was a whole theme. But you know, I guess I'm slow to make things look good sometimes. I'm gonna get an hour of live stream in here. I'll try to catch all the comments and answer questions. I'm gonna get an hour of live stream in here walking fast, which is what I'm doing, and then I'm off. But so if you guys have questions or something, now's the time, because like I said, I finished my trading today, and I'm just here for you guys, really. Let's see. I learned most of my auction theory from Jim Dalton. Bearish bull. The time frame for the order flow charts? Well, this is, I guess it's all order flow up here right now. This is an order flow chart. This is 1000 volume. So you can see it says 1000 volume up here in the header. And this is, if you can see, it's 5, well, maybe you can't see it, 5 minutes. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. It looks like it might be a loser. Let's see. Let's see. Adrian, how many trades did I have today? 3. Jonathan says, oh, VWAP, we're just the, so opening VWAP is this color here, and that's this here. It's that like tealish color, right? It's like the first 30 seconds. It just tends to be a high volume area each day, so it auto magically prints there. Let's see. Luzim Haziri says, what time frame have you set your TPO to? So I have a daily TPO and I have a weekly TPO. The daily uses 30-minute. The weekly, I don't really know. Get more long. That's what makes trading hard, right? Your stop loss slightly in the wrong spot. So this is a good demonstration about stop losses that are too close to the market, perhaps. Like, but then why are you doing it? Well, I don't know. I'm on sim. Keeps my fingers slightly. Gives me something to do while you guys aren't asking questions. So if you look here, a lot of short-term players that, oops, let's see, that got in early on from here, right? Which is where we are. So technically, if I were going to be, you know, we've got a lot of volume here. If I were going to be going long looking for a return back to a test of up here or something, you should be having your stop underneath these lows, which is what? Another 8 points, 7, 8 points? But do you want to stop out for 7, 8 points? Or is your thesis there's a lot of volume here and we maybe get a rejection? So I'll try again. You stop out this whole position, oh well. The market is certainly drifting down right now. In a bit of a lazy market towards the close. Not a fun time to really trade. I do think we test upside though. Come on. There you go. Definitely some short-term interest to transact down here. And then above there, just looking at what is the area you want to scale out. About there. If I thought this was all high probability, I'd be on my live account trading right now. But this is, I think, a lot of chop on a Friday. Just look at the market structure. Ugly. So you go short into support, potentially you get roasted. All right. So what's the area here? 94.50. All right. Let's see. 93. Yeah, about up there. Opening VWAP test here, right up against it. Let's see. See that? Boom. But now there's stops above it. So, but the stops are, you know, right into this volume node. So who knows? Maybe we chop around a little bit. But I would expect us to push through here and test this volume here. Because remember, there's sellers and there's buyers. It goes both ways. I have two 49-inch curved Samsung CRG9Rs. They're the high def ones, so that's big. And then I have two 27-inch vertical oriented on the side. So I have 4 monitors. I have a fair amount of screen space up here. What you guys are seeing are all from the 49s. But I have a lot more charts that you're not seeing up here. But you're seeing quite a bit of them, that's for sure. Let's see, what's our tick? Negative 764. Everything's still selling off. So the market is selling. So here's the stops, watch. Brink. So the market's selling off. All right, so now what we need to do, because that might be it. You got to do this. All right. All right, there you go. To the top. To the top. Oh, hesitation. All right, that's fine. Get out 1. Come on. You got this. Someone's got the same idea. Smart trader's got the same idea. Oh, chasing. Too slow. Too slow. See, missed it. Missed it on my exit by just a little bit. Just a little bit. So now look at the short-term rotation here. Came off, right? So, okay, think of this as people positioning, right? I hope you guys can see my cursor clearly, but yeah, it looks like you can. So people positioning came back, and now those shorts are trapped. So if I wasn't talking and I was live trading this, I'd look to get long immediately right here for a break just above this high into the test here, right here. That's what I'd be doing. So you take off, TP1 here, your stop is right down here immediately. And the reason is that volume node. It's a quick rotation back down to the group of people that were wrong. By the way, so you see guys how I've been trading this? You're like, he's been wrong sometimes. Sure. I'm up 10 points though. So it matters that you're doing 1.3R trading, right? Even though you get stopped out on some of the trades, get back in. That's okay. But don't cut your losers right after you get back in. So, anyway. You guys see the whole history here, right? Buy above. And then it bounced. I missed my exit by 1 tick. That happens. Trading is hard. Let's see. Let's see if I got more questions. So I always like to play against structure. So in the NASDAQ, we have this structure here, volume. We've got volume here. Got some volume here. Then we have a breakdown point here with no wicks. So if we come back up and test into this 10 SMA and this breakdown point, I am interested in getting short. Absolutely. But what I want to see is shorts squeezed first without any retracement pullback, test, and then back up to the upside. I just want to see shorts getting squeezed right away. Because every time they buy the dip and shorts are wrong trying to sell it down, and then we come back up, that means we're going to probably extend further than we all think. Because you're getting more and more traders trapped here. So I like the structural short. I'm just talking. Until you guys ask questions, I'll talk about whatever. I like the structural. Oops. I like the structural short in here. But the more we go sideways here and then build up to it, the less I like the structural short. So if we get like a bounce down here and whoosh right back up, then I like the short. Right? Against essentially high volume node here, the structure, recent structure, trapped longs here, then I like the short. But if we consolidate too long and just slowly build up, the likely move up through this zone will be explosive because of all the volume probably getting trapped short here. So that's one scenario. Let's see. So Jay Bush, I have a standing desk, which is why I'm on a treadmill right now. That's underneath it. So it's a special treadmill just for standing desks. It's a Lifespan TR 5000 DT something maybe? DTC? I don't know. And so it doesn't have any stands or anything like that. If you go to my Twitter, I take a picture maybe a week or so ago where I showed my whole setup. But anyway, I have an underdesk treadmill and then a hefty standing desk, and so all the monitors mount to the standing desk with C-clamps. And then they've got, you know, like these heavy duty arms that hold everything up. So it's clean. So as I move the monitors up, or the desk up and down, the monitors are always at the level. Because, you know, I'll go from like on a treadmill for a little while to, you know, just a nice little office chair. Hey, we have 100 lot down there. You see that? It says MBO, market by order data. So 100 lot down here, 150 down here. But total, it's only 290 and 250. Not much. We've been going towards liquidity today. So, chance we move down. You could always do, you know, my primo entry is, again, shorting in here. But you can always do something like go short here with the stop here and take several stabs at it. Right, if you're short here, stop here, your 1R is near the lows, below value area, into volume here, and these high volume, this liquidity, right? High contract orders, which if you think we're going towards liquidity, right? This 150 lot and 100 lot here. You know, you take profit into those. You add to the liquidity that we've been going to. Hey, if you really believe we go towards liquidity, add to it. Make it more liquidity. I don't know if that's your thesis. I prefer to short up here, so I wouldn't really take a shot right here because it's too much of a lazy market today. Adrian, thank you, man. It's all good. If you wanna like share and tell your friends, great. If not, that's all good. As long as I have a few people to talk to, I'm happy. But the more the merrier. Definitely. You can see the right here. You see the size coming into the market. See how this 26 lot, 22 is now, it's becoming a little smaller. It's trailing the market. It's moving up. See it? The 22 lot. See it? That was a bit right there. See how it's moving up? You see it right here? 23 keeps moving higher. They keep pulling. What ends up happening on this kind of thing is if they want to take this down, they'll keep pulling. These people chase until they go and sweep it, and then whoosh, back down. So when it's low liquidity, they'll just sweep and sweep and sweep. But that's somebody that wants in this market. So let's say if they try to get short-term compensation to the upside here. Okay, NASDAQ coming in. Oh, does that not show up? That's not good. Let's see. What? Where's my... Oh. Let's see. Hold on. Another screen. I gotta switch something. Oops. We gotta clear this. Alright. Apply it. In one. Okay, let's see. Are we... Ay, such a nublet. Ay. It's partly, you know, the struggles I'm having. It's partly the new chart settings windows are to blame for this. That's okay. A bit of a struggler. Okay, let's get out again. Let's do this. Apply. Yay. Okay. Are we going to still be able to get in? Of course not. Alright. Jason. Alright, a little bit in. So you gotta move these up a little bit. There's a chance we get stopped out. But we made the move fairly early. Let's see. Bing. Bing. We'll take several shots at this on the NASDAQ. ES is right at the top here. Right at the top. You see this volume build up here? Like that? slightly higher than this. I would expect us to extend out and test yesterday's settlement, 44.96. We could rotate above, but initially, here's the 10 SMA. Here's structure. But initially, we'll probably reject. So, you know, we'll try that. Anyway, a little short on the Nazi boo. Oh, I'm whispering again. I'll try not to do that. Let's see. Yeah, John. They slow me a little bit, but that's okay. I do think they're a little bit of an improvement, so it's all good. Come on, NASDAQ. There you go. Big. Oh, I want that. That 89 lot right there. Was it 89? It was just 89 contracts there on the NAS. That's someone paying up. All right. And we can get rid of that one lot up there. We stop out, we stop out. Oh, well. Well, let's see if we come back down now. Oh, let's see if we can get in on the E-mini a little bit too. There you go. Yeah, just a little bit of an adjustment. Adrian says, have you read Don't Sell Stocks on Monday? I know, I haven't. What's the... You tell me about it, Adrian. I mean, I've heard that from some people, but I've seen some dire market events on Monday. So, I don't know. I usually just use the market structure to tell me whether I'm going to be a buyer or a seller. It doesn't matter if that is the end of the week most of the time. Let's see. Jay, it is like a flight simulator, kind of. Oh no, wrong on everything. All right, so back in, right in the middle. This still deserves an entry. Still deserves an entry on the NASDAQ. Come on, fill me up, Buttercup. We'll try again. All right, short 10 now. Into the node. They found some stops. You know, hindsight. Look, the great scalp location, right? If you don't care about 8-point stops, is here. Right up here. Not where we're at. It's right up here. Let's see. Is the E-mini a losing day now? Nope. Still up 5 points. But the NASDAQ is certainly a losing day. And about to get stopped again. Bing! Alright, now that's the entry. There you go. At least I think it's the entry. Right into this volume node here. Right there. See that? It's a little pullback. So we're at the 1R of the NASDAQ. See that? Where the entry's here, and then it came all the way here, and that's about 1R. So you can get 1R on the NASDAQ pretty easily, but I have this set to 8-point stop loss, 16-point take profit. So it's much harder to get that on a quick scalp on the NASDAQ. You got to be right going with trend and wait a little bit of time to typically get that. So if you're going to counter trend scalp, which is what I'm doing right now, just a whole lot of counter trend scalping, you're going to struggle, I think, to get 8 points or 16 points all the time very quickly. Anyway, just something to consider. Again, I'm doing this to do something while I'm hopefully answering questions and talking to you guys. And I'm 40 minutes in on the treadmill, so I got another 20-25 minutes, and then I go, and then I maybe trade the last 45 minutes on my real account. Da, da, da. So I could get a nice high win rate if I was doing like 0.8 hours, 0.9 hours. I'd probably be close to 100% right now on all these trades. But if you skew your win rate and you do scalping, it's much harder to get a high win rate. See how efficient these markets are? Hey, we're getting out of one trade on the NASDAQ here. Another one. Another one. That might be it. Let's see. Out there. Come on. Can't we get one more? There you go. Beauty. Beauty. All right. Winning day on the NASDAQ now. Amazing. So I'm just demonstrating to you guys how if you have all right, let's go for 1 hour. Watch. 1 hour is about here. Let's see. I don't know, something like that. I think that's around 1 hour. Maybe a little higher. Dink. Oh, whoops. Erase drawing. Let's see what this looks like. Bink! See how the 1 hour trade performs a little better? And if it's less than 1 hour, even better. Something to consider. Boom. Out of that one. So you can get a lot more 100%, 90% plus win rates, right? If you're a good entry scalper at like 0.7 to 0.9 hours. So kind of interesting how that works, huh? And what was I playing off here? I was playing just off this little volume node and that prior push up and then break out from that area. So just scalping against what were trap shorts. Trying to turn over the mediocre edge that I have at this time of day in this kind of market. Jay Bush, yeah, man. Hey, Lucky. Thanks, man. I hope your day was really good as well. I've had my best month this year so far. So I'm not trying to jinx myself and say I'm the man, blah, blah, blah. And then I get overconfident and then I wreck myself. But it's just good. I've been patient. I've been taking a higher number of trades on days I need to be taking more volume, more trades. And then on days where I just don't see it, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and being a patient man. So it's good. Things have been really nice. How do markets normally work in the short term? What do? They make consolidative structures, don't they? Right? They come up, they do this, and then they kind of come back up, test the trend line, then they make usually some kind of this or something, right? We'll see. We'll see if we get stopped out here. You're like, what? How dare you put a trend line in before the market's even... Well, What happens when you get a long big bar like this? It has a fair amount of volume, like shaded gray. Sometimes, just sometimes, the market does another inside bar. So let's see. If it takes out this low, it's probably going downtown. But if not, it's probably coming up. Cool. All right, we can maybe put one right up here at 88. Oh, there it goes. Stopped out. All right, another place to scalp long here. Hey, they hit that size like nothing. Let's see if that player wants to get compensated or if they were just covering their short. Let's see. All right, where's the 1R exit? Right here. All right, let's try it. And like less than 1R, right? Let's try that. Oh, do we get out? Yes, see? See what I'm talking about? The 1R exit, easy. Easy peasy if you got good location. But I think this thing kind of comes all the way back up here. All the way back up. On a day like today, when the market's chopping around, they find the stops short term and then reverse it. And then you're left going, well, I wanted the breakout. Welcome to neutral lazy days. You get chopped up everywhere. It's ugly. So if the market's operating that way, that day, then what do? You try to play with them. Enter where people are breaking out, taking the breakout trade. Exit where breakout traders are getting long. So, in other words, enter on stops, exit on FOMO, or breakout traders. That, if you just trade that way and can learn to think like that, so take your worst self and apply, trade against your worst self. In other words, your worst impulsive newbie trading self. Like, oh, if I'm taught to breakout trade, well, on days like today, do the opposite. Don't take the breakout. Take the opposite side. Something like that. Because look what's happening. You're going to get stopped out all day. Low volume, chop. So try to do the opposite on days like today. Okay. Let's see. That's right, Jay Bush. Trade against your own greed. But trade against the greed that is most likely the majority of the weakest participants. So when things seem to be the obvious from low time frame structures, when it looks like it's breaking out, if you've got good entry from the bottom of that structure, take profit. So someone's absorbing here on the NASDAQ. See this? Foop. That big blue. Someone's absorbing here. So back up we go. They built volume. Well, maybe we extend it out and take out the highs here. And then everybody goes long. They're like, hey, we took out the highs. Let's go long. Like what happened here. Took out the lows. Newbies went short. They absorbed. They're taking it back the other way. So where are your stops? Probably up in here. Maybe up here. So where do you think they're going to take it? Probably higher. All right. So let's see. Stop below lows. Here. Now, is it hard to get 1R? Yeah, now it's harder to get 1R. See that? So you see the orange bar forming up here? That means high volume. Another orange bar, high volume. All right, let's try it again. See if we get in. Yay, we're in. So now we're taking a guess that we're going to rotate back up above this candle up here. Let's see. I don't know. How much time do we have? New bar in 30 seconds on the 5-minute. And this is a 5-minute chart. Anyway, am I missing questions? Let's see. Oh, looks like, what, we're going to get stopped? Up, more orange bars. It's power hour, guys. Last hour of the regular trading session. What's your bias? What's your bias here? All right, let's look at this 5-minute chart. Zoom in. Let's put a little trend line up here. Oh, we had a false. This little channel, we already broke above and came down. Oh, let's see. Yeah, support is probably somewhere in here, but that's okay. We'll see. We know that they're building volume here, so if it goes down, we're going to be wrong. Short term, it'll extend down. Probably down into this area. And on the NASDAQ, down into this area. Ugly. Ugly. Don't want to trade live money in this horse dung. There's the rejection. Yeah, I think it's just wrong. So we can just cut it. We'll cut it. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to cut it. There's one. And there's two. Boom. All right, we cut it. Would have gotten them anyway. You can see that, boom, that quick rejection like that. So little trap. Got the longs going. So see, 50-50. I'm wrong. Whatever. This is a crappy time to trade. After all this movement, we got a bit of a horse H pattern trying to occur here. Let's see. I'm gonna do this so you guys can see. Really rather just talk about something else. This. All right, hell for shorts, I guess. Resnicek says. So that's forming. We'll see. All right. Oh, a big tail. Volume here. Shorts are covering. Bing, 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 bing. All right. Move your profit takers down to what? 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. Watch us get profits on all of them. See? That's what I'm talking about. Right when it seems obvious. Oh no! Cover your shorts. And then market bounces a bit. So it did bounce a little bit. It didn't quite get me out. So now if we come back above here, 67, probably spring upside, but let's see. So this is the consolidative area right here. A sell to the downside does tell us something about the, oops, wrong tool. Does tell us something about the players that were in here. Because you would think this is consolidative and that the shorts are like, get me out of here. Because we're coming back into the consolidation region. And then we're now filling in volume. So let's see. We'll do something like that. Let's play for, oh, I don't know. Back above this volume node, get all the stops or something. Zamtap. I don't have a Discord anymore. I did away with this Discord. Da, da, da. Choppity chop. More volume down there, right above this breakout area. So interesting. There's the 1R, about a little higher, right there. There's the 1R. See, you would have got 1R for these two, but I'm greedy. I'm greedy. I want more. So let's ask a question though. When we do move off of these volume nodes, how far are we moving? Let's see. Isn't it interesting how you can get the 0.8 to 0.9 to 1R trades if you're a scalper? You can get it most of the time. But if you get a little greedy past 1R, the market oscillates in such a way that you don't get it. It's pretty interesting. These are things to just note to yourself. There's no right or wrong way. It's the right way is whatever works for your trading, whatever you're good at. Some people like trading 80 to 90% win rate with 0.6 or 8 Rs or 0.7 Rs or 0.65 Rs, and it works. It works for them over the long haul. And they like the just rotating, just taking tons of trades. And others, they're like, I want to hold my trade for at least 15 minutes. Or as long as the trend goes, all day. Great. You just have to have typically slightly wider stop, or you take a bunch of entries and fail at that, and then go for 10 Rs or 14 Rs or 20 Rs or whatever. There's people who do that well. You just have to size appropriately. Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, just Twitter and YouTube. That's it. I think if we break this, we're going to go way up and test up here to like 97. So guess what? Foomp. Let's do this. There you go. We're breaking it. So here's the 97s are up here. So let's go take the stops above this wick. Oh gosh. And then if you move your stops to 1R, you just get taken out right here. See that? And then you miss the 2 and 3R move, whatever that is. Markets be oscillating to take out weak players. That's what it does. All right, little volume node. Now if you're wrong here and we spring up, if you're wrong shorting here below this high, guess what's going to happen? Your stops are up here. We're going to go take out that high. Watch. Just watch. Boom. Took out the high. See that? Boom. Is this a big volume node up here? Oh, starting to build right here. Is this a big volume node up here relative to down here? No, it's not. Boom. Took it out. Cha-ching. Now we're going. So that volume build produced big time move. If I weren't talking, I love shorting above highs on days like this. So one tick above the high or 1 point. You got to realize this chart is aggregated 4 ticks. So this is essentially 1 point above the high. So I'd be putting my limit cells up here for the stops. And then you can take your 1R, right? Because if I do 8-point stop, 16-point take profit on days like today, I can get 1R fills all day long. And I do. So there you go. You almost got your 16. But you notice, look, new highs, stupid traders, sell it down, right? So every time you think, oh, I want to take the breakout, you're screwed short term again on a day like today. So if you can figure that out, well, then you have a heads up. on all the people that only trade one way. I only trade breakouts, right? Jay Bush says, you got a hole in your squeaker. That's me dragging my feet, my friend. Oh, 0 wick. Let's go. Let's hit it. Oh, I couldn't get in. Now I'm in and I don't want to be in. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, maybe it's okay. Now we're going to oscillate. Oh, they hit that 20 lot that popped up there. Did you see the 20 lot right here pop up? And they just took it. They took it quick. What does that mean? Whoever shorted from here, they're happy to cover right here. Very happy to cover. Hence, you come in with liquidity here, they'll just take it, take it, take it. So that's what's happening. They're giving you clues. 20 lot, boom, snatch you up. Why? If you're provided liquidity up here, you're happy to get out here. What is that? 20 points on the Nazi-poo? Come on. Instant profit. You're providing liquidity with 20 lots. We'll take that. That's less time. Time is risk in the markets. As more time passes, the market has more risk of events. Like what? It's true. Time risk. All right, let's flatten this thing. For what is that? 8, 5, 6 point. So what is that? 0.7 Rs? If your stop is 8, would have got it up here. 1 R. You get your 1 Rs pretty good on good entry. See that? Little volume node here. You see how you can use the footprint? Take a lot of trades. That's not my style. I don't take a ton of trades all day. Unless the footprint is just... The market's moving in ways that it's super apparent what's happening all day long. And on days like that, I'm maybe taking 15 to 20 trades, something like that. But this, rather be on YouTube hacking it up than risking my hard-earned winnings from today. Let's see. Have you guys seen any flashes right here on this part of the chart? Anything? I don't think I've seen anything. Sometimes when I'm talking, I'm not looking down there. Usually it'll catch my attention, but I don't know. Anyway, do you think we're going to get an inside bar? Maybe this next one comes down. Maybe we do something like this, right? Lower highs and higher lows. Maybe. It's an impulse bar, right? Let's see. Little liquidity up here. This is a completed auction with a lot of volume in this area, which is why it's nice to play short against this. But now as we rotate back up, okay, we rotated out the trap players just now. Now we're coming back. Now do we get the shorts? Do the shorts get squeezed short term here? Doesn't look like we've quite built enough volume, but maybe in these bars here, the amount of volume that transacted from the top here down into this area is enough to where we rotated out the players here. There you go. Right? Some volume here. So now they're buying it again. So maybe shorts get squeezed now above this area. So let's look left. Right? We have big volume here. Right here. Right there. Where else? Let's see. We got good volume here. All right. Low volume node here. So as we move down, as some foray, some little move into this area here, and we're above this trend line. Let's see. Not great trend lines today. It's really ugly out there, but let's take a look here and do a trend line from pre-market here down through. Oops. I swear something's going on with my Sierra chart tools, like they're just not sticking or something. Anyway, So maybe we have, I don't know, 1 tap here, 2 taps here, and then now we're getting a little gap. If we reject now, then we go do the H pattern, and then we'll see what happens at the close. I don't know. Lower low, higher low, lower high. I don't know. Seems like you would at least test this low. Little gap here. Lots of different scenarios. Friday afternoon. Again, tough market to read. Not super clean. Not clean at all. Let's see. I definitely don't have holes in my sneakers, my friend. Jeez. These sneakers are dedicated for this treadmill. I only wear them on this treadmill. And they're fairly new. They're Ultras. 0 drop. I'm a real big fan of the footprint or barefoot type shoes that don't have a raised heel. I even played in basketball leagues in various pairs of Ultra cross trainers because they've got more support for the lateral movement. And then I just wear like ankle braces and different things like that. But oh yeah, my mobility is so much better. They make you a little shorter because the heel, ½ inch or whatever, inch heel, and I'm not that tall, 5'11", gives you that extra inch, right? It's like Damon Stoudemire. What did they say he was? 5'10", 5'11"? He's not 5'10". I've played against Damon Stoudemire in my early youth up in Portland, Oregon. And he was like maybe 5'8", 5'9". But he was quick. Deceptively quick. He had a hezi move and he was left-handed and a crossover that was just so hard to guard. Anyway, back down. See, I'm still positive trading this garbage on the sim here. I'm up 24.32 points on the NQ, and after all that crappy trading on the ES, up 5.88 points. You know, Jonathan, I'm a better basketball trader, or I was. I'm not anymore. I'm too fat now, but I was a better basketball trader than basketball player than I was a trader. And I'm a better chess player than I was a basketball player. But I haven't, you know, the last time I played chess was against my 4-year-old. So I'm losing skills, and that's been 4 or 5 months now. I should, you know what? Good idea. I'm gonna take my chess board out today and teach him some stuff. My wife says 35 minutes ago, going for a walk. I missed it. She's probably back by now. So she's going on a walk with our 2.5-month-old baby girl and 4-year-old boy. And our 4-year-old has been acting out lately. Jealousy, I think. So we're adapting to that without making him think he's the king of the house, which he already does. Kids are a joy. They're just challenging, so they make you better versions of yourself as long as you're able to put the work in. Same with trading, right? Or anything for that matter. Anything that's worth doing is not often easy, right? Or if something's difficult, it's usually worth doing. Not always, but a lot of the times it is. Yeah, I like taking a long shot here with the stop under near the lows, maybe here, and I take profit up in here. Let's see. I think it's likely we come back something like this. So the stop will be in the same place. Notice that? It's overlapping here. Let's see. Back down and up. Let's see. I just like a retest of this bar up here. Didn't fill. Why do you like a retest? Because it's a bit of a doji. So we often on a day like today go take out the lows or the highs. But the fact that we made this big move off of this volume here suggests that we're first going to go take out the highs. But we'll see. Might get a big sell here. Boom. You never know. Notice from the entry of 81 went up to 87, 88, 89 already. Again, that's 0.9 Rs. See that? You can get your point. Like I say, you can get your 0.7 Rs to 0.9 Rs pretty easily if you're decent at how momentum and things are oscillating. But anything more than that, so now we're rotating down. So now we're probably going to go find stops a little bit into this area here. We'll go try 72. And then I don't really know. So anyway, we have some liquidity popping up right down here. 30. Let's see. It gets hard to see the liquidity because the MBO won't stack the it's stacking the liquidity at different ticks, right? And so it'll overlap on here. And this chart is aggregating by 4 ticks or 1 point. So it stacks it in a weird way on the MBO, which is okay. But you can kind of see there's 30 down there, some whatever, 6 or 10 or something. Oh, we'll see. We will see. Hanging out. Little inside bar. Anyway, any more questions here in the... Jay Bush, it's regression. Seeing it all in all of mine, yeah. Oh, he's already doing that, Jay. He's already alpha, trying to be alpha in everything. I say, his name's Ben. He gives me some crazy attitude, and I'm like, yeah, you gotta eat your breakfast. He's like, no, you gotta eat your breakfast. I'm like, Ben, you can't talk to me like that. I'm telling you, you need to eat your breakfast because once we get past a certain time, you're not going to be able to snack all day. So I'm trying to give you food now so that you can eat and be full and have energy till lunchtime. Oh, I don't want to, Daddy. And I'm going to go to my room. I'm like, oh, gosh. All right, Ben, go to your room then. Oh, just the fact that I said go to your room then? No, I'm not going to my room. I'm like, oh, yeah. And the harder you push, the harder he pushes. It's like, oh, my God. Anyway, you think it's easy, but it's not. And kids are different. He's been kind of like that since he was really, really young, less than 1 year old. And even when he came out, he just was different than the little girl. She's more, what do you want from me, parent? She tries to figure out what it is that you need. She's a little softy. So she's easier, but what are you going to do? Anyway. Jay Bush, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. Oh, 1 hour and 15 minutes. How far have I gone? Let's see. 2.93 miles. There you go. Not going that fast. Oh, here we go. So if we extend, we're going to test this up here. So 04. All right, where are you, 04? Shoo. All right, we'll go up to 01. You're like, but POC. They're going to run POC if you get close. That thick white line is POC. We'll see. But you're in profit. Take it now. But what if you stop out your full position? Then what? You're taking 0.5 R trades? 0.4 R trades? then it's a problem with a 80-90% win rate. Put it into a Monte Carlo, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're just paying your broker a lot. Ding! Uh-oh. POC above, guys. Is that it? Alright, let's see. Alright, so see the orange right there? Short term, bounced right to it. So it's high volume. And then back up. Let's see if they want your liquidity to the upside to push it even higher. This is about where most traders are like, man, I could have taken off a 1R trade here, and then they move their stop into break even, and then they get stopped out. And you know what? It might come all the way down and stop me out. But if you're going to trade that style of trading where you have bigger R's like this, right? So your winners are much bigger than your losers, right? Because in this case, your average would be somewhere in here. Your stops would be here. Your take profits will be, I don't know, a little bit better than 1R. You better stick to it if that's the way you're trading. Sucks that I never filled right here. See that? Because then we could have taken off one here. Would have been good. Oh, we got filled to one of those. I was just reading Captain Price giving us his journal here. That's cool, man. You can journal. Tell us all about your day. I'm actually more. It's so hard. If you had something like Gaiazo, then you can share your screenshots and then share your rationale for everything. That's more interesting. But it's all good. It's all good. You're the only one talking, so everybody else is quiet. I don't actually have water in my office here. So I'm going to go get water. I'll be back in like a minute. It's like a server room in here, right, babe? But I can't open the window. Oh, if you don't mind turning the AC up, I wouldn't complain. Yeah, I don't know. Sophie's in her little outfits. I don't want to freeze her out. It's hot in here. It's probably 6 or 7 degrees hotter in here than out there, but whatever. I can handle it. A little bit of sweating out is probably good for me. All right. Oh, you guys can hear me? Did I stop out yet? There we go. All right, back on. The Godfather mic. This is going to be a losing trade. I think. Despite the 85 lots down there that just filled. Let's see. I think they're going to go take it all out. The bottom. It just seems like the logical thing. Well, that sucks. It's all right. Competitive. Okay, let's get a little long here. Competitive even on the sim. There you go. 8-point stop again. All right, let's go. I don't know, 9-point take profit, and then let's go 7-point take profit. Gonna stop out here again. I don't know. It looks like we're gonna go downtown. They're hitting it with aggression. You can just see it. Bad move. As soon as I entered, you could see bad move. So it should have flipped short. Because the fact that we're now moving into this white box is a bad sign for longs. It just is. Doesn't mean we won't oscillate up here a little bit, but the fact that we came in means they're shredding the structure here. So let's try. We'll do a little smaller, a little wider stop. Scale it in. Short 2. Let's see, what's the right place for a stop loss here? Probably up above this area here. So if you're going to play this way, yeah, above that node, you got to just look for your best entry. All right, above the node. Like, what? What are you doing? Yeah, well, different ways to play. So you're taking the breakout trade, right? Am I playing against what I said not to do? Potentially, yes. Right? Big volume build here in the short term. And here I am thinking breakout. Anyway, my risk reward's all skewed on this trade. Look at that. All right, so where would we want to see take profit? New lows? Yeah, okay. New lows. So let's do something that maybe illuminates the whole trade a little bit about why breakout trading is so hard. Okay, entry is here. Stop, logical stop is back above this node, right? And what's the distance? Distance to the goal or the loss is what? 55 all the way up to 80. 81, 82. The take profit for new lows is what? 55 down to 34. So now this is a what? 0.75R trade. So now you need extension off the lows. Otherwise, you have a really tight stop. So see why breakout trading is sometimes really hard? Hard to get good location. It's like it either works or it doesn't. And then if it doesn't work, a lot of breakout traders are like, I cut it. I'm done. I'm out. If it just retraces a little bit, it didn't work right away. Right? And that's how they keep a really tight stop loss. But then you get a much lower win rate. And when you're right, you get a much bigger reward. But the market typically moves in such a way that your win rate goes down if you play that way. So it's very, 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 very hard to play the markets and be, better than to come out green. It's very hard. So the way that you improve that is by understanding market structure on a day-to-day basis, and then playing with other factors, not just the footprint looks like this and this is how I'm structuring out my play, right? You look at momentum, you look at the daily charts, you look at the hourly charts, right? You put some trend lines up like this. Here. Here. All right, here's the E-mini up here that I'm about to put a trend line on, or try. Let's see. Oops. All right, something like that. Then maybe on a higher time frame, you go, oh, that's some weakness here. right? Where's the liquidity? Maybe it's to the downside on the E-mini, right? NASDAQ looks a little different, obviously, right? Yeah, Captain Price. You can see liquidity here on the NASDAQ. You see this? Liquidity. And then if you're you really have the worst habits as a trader, you look at what your P&L is here. You're like, I'm up, I don't know, let's just say I'm up 30 points here. And then you look at your day and you're like, I'm down 24 points. Oh, I'll just take it. I'll just take it short term at this 30-point mark. And I'll take it. I'll get out right here. And then at least I have a winning day. And then you're ignoring all of your the long-term effects of cutting winners short. So that's not good either. So I want to go max 10 short here. So I would want to add right in here. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add right in here. Done, 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 and done. Oh, this stop is not where it's supposed to be. Anyway, right there. We're like, what? What a crazy precision stop. Yeah, sure. Gotta put it somewhere. Into the consolidative zone, above this area. Maybe this is going to be the stop run here. Up into the 10 and the 20. I don't know. 1242. Getting close to JP Morgan time, which is you lose all your edge near the close because they're either going to buy or they're going to sell, and your TA doesn't really matter. At least that's what I think. Good time to be on sim. Anyway, so this here, if I get filled for it, will take off 16 points. And then it'll have an 8-point stop loss still. So you can see that your entry really determines whether or not your risk reward is decent. So if you're taking on, this is what I was mentioning earlier, if you're taking like the breakout trade, your probability of success might go up a little bit short term, but getting your full target is much more difficult. I lament the fact that I didn't get in here. Just so close. Boo hoo hoo. That's alright. We'll see. This is all a bunch of negative delta here. You see that? So this was like an absorptive player. A lot more big negative deltas. They push it above here. So if this was all positive delta, there we go. Come on. Jay Bush says, you know it's a great entry because it wouldn't fill you. You are 100% correct. It's I said something like that on Twitter. I got filled on QQQ the other week at like 361s on a day where it really moved to the downside, and it filled me and it bounced. I didn't take profit. My take profits were higher, like 367, 368. And I said the same thing. I'm like, man, I never got a fill so easily. Makes me wonder, do I really want it? Oh gosh. Anybody know what the market on close is for the rebalancing? Oh, this market's going to go take stops. It's going to take all my stops. Oh, okay. There you go. Now the NQ is down 200 points. So that's 4 grand on the sim. And now what do traders want to do? This is valuable. What do traders want to do if they're down, I don't know, let's say that's 0.5% of your account and your max daily drawdown is, I don't know, 2-3%. Do you want to play bigger? So don't play too big. If that's too big on your account, then play small. That way you just keep playing according to your edge. That's an important lesson. Don't revenge trade. Look! Oh no! Now that I got out, the market's going. It's only a sim. But these are the biases that we have as traders. Maybe some of you are copy trading me, and so your weak market participation is what's driving the market there. Who knows? Lots of outcomes. Likely not, but you never know. Hence, why I will never trade my live account, because I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm just too protective of not sharing all my entries in real time. I don't know. Tinfoil hat goes on. Yeah, I agree, Jay. This is some nappy action, and there's no reason to piss it all away. 3 trades, 3 wins today. Call it good. And that yesterday was a big winning day for me. So, and yesterday and like last night till this morning, I'm doing this intermittent fasting thing. I feel so good. Today's not a fasting day, but I woke up feeling a little, I don't know, really tempted by breads. I've been cutting out breads. So I've been off breads for not just carbs, but like bread. It's got that gliadin protein that acts as a neuroreceptor in your brain, which makes it extremely habit forming. So I cut that out, and every time I see bread, I start salivating and having crazy thoughts of eating whole loaves and stuff like that. Don't get me started on health stuff. I've read 2 whole 350-page books in the last few weeks on health-related stuff. Anyway, easy for me to get on a, oh, you gotta go short now. You just got to. Am I the stupid one? Yeah, here we go. Here it comes. Am I suckered in? Am I not playing? Am I playing? Is my worst self coming out? Maybe. 1249. Why don't you take out the lows with the MOC? Come on. Let's see. What's MOC? My OBS is. Let's see. My OBS is covering my platform here. Wait, is it still? Let's see. 104 million sell side. That was at 1230. We should get it here pretty soon. Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? Am I in the stop zone or am I not? Let's see. Let's do this. Here, let's let our worst self play. Oh, bummer. It got me out already. I was gonna. Oh, hey, you see the 3,000 tick? You see that? That's a breakout sign. I don't know if you guys saw it here. How it flashed. Boom, 3,000. Now, watch the ticks. Negative 3,200. At negative 3,500, this gets brighter. So as I'm trading, and this is like in the middle of my screen, and this just says you're getting broad market participation. If this gets brighter, I know the selling's getting stronger. Right? If this goes off, I know the selling is getting a little weaker. See that? And then you can kind of glance at what's happening and kind of your heads up display. You can look at it and like, okay, selling's getting weaker. Market's not really bouncing though. It's holding. All right, so if the market breaks these lows, it'll probably tick up again. Let's see. Or tick down, I should say. Anyway, H, hell for shorts. We're going to get the lows here. What are the lows? 316. We're going to get the big ticks here. Negative 2,500. Negative 26. Let's see if we get the big tick deal. Let me get my OBS screen back up here. Okay. Look at these low contract values in here, right? Where they sold it into low liquidity to trap everybody going short, and now they're absorbing here. Usually, not always, but price at some point will go back and test what I call low contract values with 100% delta. So I refer to them as LCVs, low contract values. And they're magical. I used to call them pixie dust because they're so magical, they work all the time. But it's hard to structure a trade. You gotta stick your neck out, go long, put a stop under here, and then target the pixie dust. See the volumes per second down here on the NASDAQ going up, hitting orange. That's relative to the whole session because we're at the cash close. More volume transacting. The E-mini on the bar and the volume per second. Big interest here. Big interest. Lots of transactional interest down here. So they found the liquidity, folks. They finally found the liquidity. Or it's just near the cash close. A little of both. Yeah, Jay, take something at the lows, right? It's okay. I'm not really focused on trading here. I'm just talking. Trading is like an afterthought. On a sim. Again, on a sim. So. Look at all that volume build. It's going to be fun once you guys see. So at 12:59 on this clock here, 59 and 30 seconds, look at this chart over here. And what you'll see is you'll see the formation of settlement. What I'll try to do on the E-mini is here, erase. But by the way, look at how much we bounced off this zone. This is again what I referred to in a previous video. BBWC, base breakout with consolidation. We come into it, rip off of it. Go watch my past live stream. I explain the price action, why these work. Whatever. In real time, I think I took off what in here or something. Whatevs. But you should wait for these types of setups. It's just I don't like this structure above. I prefer to take this trade when the market goes this, pulls back, goes up, pulls back, comes back, pulls back, makes another nice structured low, and then loses momentum in here, and then you get long for I don't know. If it was a complex retracement, you can get long for easily 3 to 1 Rs and then new highs. But this is not the structure of a complex retracement. It's just not. But anyway, once we get to 12:59:30, I will make this chart here big on this screen, and we can watch settlement develop together in real time. And then you can see, right after the cash close, there's sometimes some settlement plays that you can scalp. And I'll try to do them if they set up. So I may not talk, because it's harder for me to talk. Definitely harder for me to talk. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. There's the chart I'm going to move. Harder for me to talk and trade. Like anybody, I think. Oh, my DOM is off the screen on the lows here. Da, da, da. Last 5 minutes. Let's see if we extend out. This big yellow line here is T plus 2. So that's 2 days ago settlement. If we break under this, now this T plus 2, is it high volume? It's fairly high volume. You see this on this heads up display right here. So these relative volume bars, it's about middle of the road. So it's about 55% of max high volume. It's fairly high volume. So this is fairly high volume. You can see that's T plus 2. If we start breaking and moving under this in the last 30 seconds, they will, into the weekend like this, they will typically absolutely de-risk, and we will travel. Not always, but it does happen. So we'll see. We'll see if what I say comes to pass or not. All right, 12:56 and 40. I'm trying to remember to put this volume, whatever. Oh, you guys don't even see the volume screen. Golly. You don't even see it. I didn't realize that this whole time. I forgot I adjusted it only to footprint today. All right. Here's the one that we're going to make big. Here. It's the E-mini. And we'll make it like this. All right. And then the last 30 seconds. There you go. The last 30 seconds, we'll watch how settlement develops on this chart. And it'll start shading when the settlement period starts. It'll start like an orange background. And then the settlement line will start to print in real time. It's kind of cool. Because you know that last 30 seconds is the highest volume. It's settlement volume. It's what settlement's based on. VWAP of the last 30 seconds. Look at all the size orders coming in though on the E-mini, right? See all those 10 and 20 and 15 and 13 and whatever. Bigger lots coming into the market here. I love it. So, anyway, T plus 2 is right here. It's the same line. All right. 12:59:30. Okay, let's move it up. Shoo. Bing. All right, there's the settlement line right there. Let's move it. Size, settlement moving up. 12 seconds to go. Settlement moving up. Settlement moving up. Settlement still moving up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Short it. Out. Short it again. Back to settlement. Are we going to get stopped? Where's settlement? Right here? 83.50? Let's see. Here's the structure. Here's the structure. Out one. Oh, we going to return? Come on, where are you, settlement? Settlement's down here. They're going to drive it back to 83.75. All right. Come on. 85. Oh no, we're not getting out fast enough. Stops to break even. What? It's a can't lose trade. It's a settlement. Can't lose trade. Oh, we didn't fill all of them, did we? Oh, bummer. It's that one. All right. Anyway, let's see. Bing. There you go. So, return to settlement. Okay, let's go. Right there. Right there. So now the question becomes, what drove settlement? So settlement price was halfway of a big move from the lows to the highs. Now, if settlement develops like the range that settlement developed in, this is an example of a bad setup, but if settlement developed with a range like this here, instead of down here to up here, then you would have tight, high volume in this period here, right? And any extension away from settlement into prior resistive structure would likely lead back to where all that volume transacted. Because you got to think, there's a lot of short-term traders who are getting trapped both long and short. And so as price moves away, the longs take profit. As price moves away, shorts also get stopped out. It creates an extreme move of price, and price often then moves back to settlement, where then break-even longs start to take profit, and then it drives it sometimes to it or a little bit lower. Then you get the initial bounce off of where the vast majority of people are positioned. But this play works best driving back to settlement when the range of settlement is not so wide like this. That's a wide-ish kind of settlement, where this bar, you can see in the 5-minute bar, goes up 10 points, but the actual settlement period is a 10-point rise in price, right? And so just purely off the settlement scalp play, and I should have explained it well enough to where you can derive different iterations of this, it's not a great trade. Even if it does return to settlement, it's not and it typically will, but it's not a great A++ trade with a wide settlement period like that. Again, that's just me watching it for a fairly long period of time. So there you go. So that's my explanation. Yeah, no problem, Jay. So these plays don't just set up every day. Let's see. We may be able to. And by the way, look at this ask bid volume imbalance here, right? You see what kind of craziness happens during settlement period, where price is rallying. It's moving up despite bids getting hit. It's the most active time. See how magical these algos are? Levitating price while they smash bids. See that? Or price rising on the power of bids. And they're just hitting it, hitting it, hitting it. See that? This is very common for settlement periods. This is why if you use things like momentum oscillators right during settlement, you get jacked. And this is why I tell everybody I like, just stay out. If you think you're a technical guru, whatever, stay out during this time, because look, typically market rallies, right? Market tops, goes down, right? There's some semblance of this follows this, right? Bottoms, right? Here's the bottom here. See? Here, right? So it topped here, right? So here to here, here to here, right? But look at this. Yeah, a little bit of buying. But this went up while the bid was getting hit. Look. Look at that. Well, straight up. See that? It's weird. So when the liquidity is highest, the magic of the right next to the CME co-location servers, where they're routing through the direct market access versus what we all route through, right? Which is sort of the main input to the CME, and then it goes to the market, the segment, or dedicated market segment into the CME. Those guys are going directly in. So they're able to do some magic. And when the liquidity is highest and price action is most frenetic, those algos turn on and do magical things. So you get really screwed. Jay Bush says, are you telling me you don't have a perfect setup every day? You know, I would say I do. I probably have 2 perfect setups every day. And by perfect, I just mean a whole lot of confluence. A++. Anyway, I'm out. I think I'm out. Hey Dave, nice to see you, buddy. Nice to see you, Jonathan and Captain Price. Thanks for your stream of consciousness and busy chat there. Appreciate it. And Jay Bush, thanks for making me laugh today. Have a great weekend, guys. I hope, I don't know, kind of wanted to do a video this weekend, but you know, I actually may do one on Think or Swim, and how I've got it set up, and all the little tricks you can do on Thinkorswim to make your life really, really easy. So doesn't mean I won't still be doing Sierra chart stuff. I've been long wanting to do a Thinkorswim tutorial for like 2022, and show folks a thing or two about my my Thinkorsync or Thinkorswim skills. Anyway. Sunday charting. Yeah, I don't do the Sunday charting anymore, my friend. Not too much. I'm mainly spending time with the fam, so I can get my charting done in like 35 minutes. So not this weekend, my friend, but have a great weekend. And I don't know, Lucky, if you ever do like a YouTube video with charting, even if it's in French, I'll attend. So let me know. Hit me up on Twitter or something, or email, or whatever. So anyway, have a good weekend, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of my treadmill walking and light market analysis here. All my losing trades. I ended the day plus 8.27 on the E-mini, minus 131 points on the NASDAQ sim. So bad trader. Anyway, have a good weekend.